Arshpreet, let me begin with you. It wasn't a surprise, of course, that the Prime Minister was going to rake in these comments. I think these comments have given the BJP a handle, especially in the run-up to the assembly elections coming in states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. Don't you think the fact that the India bloc is not coming together, whether it's by way of a statement or by way of a soundbite, they're not seeming very strong in their opposition to what the DMK is saying, and thus this is hurting you every day, especially in the run-up to these elections?
Thank you, Shivani, for the question. Kindly allow me a minute and a half uninterrupted. As far as an individual statement is concerned, it cannot be attributed to an alliance of more than 26 plus political parties. Let's have that very clear, crystal clear it should be. However, if the Bharatiya Janata Party insists that one individual's remark has to be attributed to the entire alliance of 26 plus parties, then there are statements given by the Bharatiya Janata Party's leaders, for example, Nupur Sharma. Should that not be attributed to the entire BJP?
But they acted on Nupur Sharma.
One second, please. They have acted against Nupur Sharma.
Yes.
But the logic that they are giving for us, should that logic not apply to the Bharatiya Janata Party itself? Attributed to all of them? No. The entire government should be attributed that.
But they did act on her. Precisely because they felt that there could be damage because of Nupur Sharma's comments. They acted on her.
Shivani, kindly allow me a minute and a half.
Go ahead.
I'll answer all your questions. What I'm saying is, acting against one individual is not sufficient. They are attributing it to the entire alliance, right? So why should the same logic not apply to the Bharatiya Janata Party and all their allies? Number one. Number two, a leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party also said that we, on foreign platform, that we used to feel ashamed for being born an Indian. Attribute that to the entire Bharatiya Janata Party. Then there have been derogatory, defamatory, demeaning remarks made by certain alliance partners of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the NDA. Attribute that to the entire Bharatiya Janata Party. They should all apologize. They should all resign for that. Nothing has been done. Now, number two, as far as the Congress parties and India's alliance stand is concerned with regards to that individual statement, we have shown strong disapproval for it. And we have categorically said that we believe and we respect all religions. Sarva Dharma Sambhav is what our motto is and has always been.
Okay, now, can I come in now? You've had your 1.5 minutes. Can I come in now?
So feeble. Can I speak
No,
now?
one second. Charu, we have time.
Yeah,
Everybody will get their designated time. But because I had some follow-up question for Arshpreet. You know, Arshpreet, my question to you was not whether you have defended yourself appropriately or not. My question to you was that because you're not seemingly taking a joint stand against the statements that are coming in from one of your alliance partners, I'm not saying you're all responsible for it, but because you're not seemingly taking a joint stand against those statements and seemingly distancing yourself, and I just pointed out in the past your leaders have made, wholly exaggerated comments, if I can call them that. But I'm not saying you exaggerate the matter, but at least the question I'm asking you is that politics is also about perception. You can argue so-and-so said this, so-and-so said this. Ultimately, this is, every day dominating headlines and almost like an albatross around the neck of the India bloc. And I'll correct you, this is not an individual statement. First, it was Udinadi Stalin, then it was A. Raja, then it was another DMK minister, Mr. Ponmudi, and there are more such statements. I just played out a bite of Mr. TKS Ilangovan, who's also gone on to say that Sanatan divides the country and doesn't unite Hindus. So it's not one individual. Your alliance partner is repeatedly making these statements. Why is the India alliance so reluctant to come together to condemn it?
Thank you. Now, I expect I'll be given 30 seconds uninterrupted to answer your question. After that, you can have more questions. I have no problem with it. Number one, let me make it very clear that the disapproval that has been shown is from the alliance, not one individual party with regards to that comment. So that is that. However, you 1 second, please, 1 second. You said that it is not the only statement made by only one individual of the DMK. I have also just started with the statements. There are statements of the BJP leaders, like calling our leaders Diane, calling our leaders Saddam, calling our leaders raincoat पहन के नहाना कैसे बड़े अच्छे से आता है. So
But that's not a defense of what's happening right now.
One second. I'm not defending it. I've already told you that
Arshpreet, first of all, you are not making factually correct statements. You are saying the alliance has condemned these statements. That's not true. The alliance met yesterday in Delhi. There is no statement on this.
I'm sorry. Please pick up the press conferences of the alliance partners.
Press conference is not a resolution or a statement of the alliance.
No,
sorry, Shivani, that's for 1 second. That is for us to decide how we have to show our disapproval. Let alone the Bharatiya Janata Party did not even show disapproval for once for all these individuals that have been making statements which have been derogatory, demeaning and defamatory. And all we say is that the Bharatiya Janata Party is 100% nervous that they're having to twist statements, that they're having to issue defamatory statements which are not even true, and are having to attribute it to the entire alliance because they're scared of it. I just say one thing to BJP, that please focus on India, please focus on governance. Just 10% of what you focus on the India alliance, if 10% of that would be focused upon India.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Arshpreet. Let's also now go across to our other guest. Charu Pragya has been wanting to come in. That this is not the only thing that the BJP could be focusing on. There are other issues. And the reason why you're picking this up, although I believe it is obviously the alliance's problem that their leaders are giving you this handle, but this is not the only thing that you should be focusing upon to win a certain election that is coming up.
Shivani, first of all, let me give a disclaimer. BJP wins its elections on sheer hard work, devotion to the people of this country and a report card of our work done in the past. But let's end that there. Let's come back to the debate right now, which is on Sanatana Dharma. Now, Arshpreet says he's drawing these comparisons, and I'm feeling ashamed at this point of time that an Indian can, at this point of time, defend this. Like, why are you even bothering to defend this? Now you are comparing it to other statements which could have been made against select individuals. Okay, wrong is wrong, but here you are attacking 90% of my country people. 90%. And you're endorsing those statements by not condemning it. Not once have I heard from the mouth of any Congress leader that I condemn this statement of Stalin, full stop. As simple as that. None of that has happened. And he's saying words and statements are being twisted. Now please tell me, what other meaning can you take out from this line which says eradicate Sanatana Dharma? The next one from the Education Minister of DMK says alliance is against Sanatana Dharma. He talks about the alliance, clear statement. He says this alliance is against Sanatana Dharma. The third one, their MP, A. Raja, says that Hinduism is a menace to the world. Now please tell me who is misconstruing here, and your feeble defense is not going to suffice, because the statements which have come from your party leader have actually been in support, not contrary.
No, that's not true. I must come in here. There are Congress leaders who have come out and said, Priyanka Khadge is an example. It's a good one you're making, Charu, but there are other leaders have come out and said that we don't believe in what the DMK has said. Priyanka Khadge did add on to the misery of the Congress party, where he came out and said that yes, if you can't treat all human beings alike, then you are as good as a disease. He said this for Hinduism. And also, I think, Arshpreet, it's wrong of you to suggest that anybody is misquoting, attributing or twisting the statements that have been made by the DMK. At least, as serious people, we should not get into that low of an argument, because these are on record and these are on camera, most of these statements. Yes, Charu, you can finish.
Also, let's remember one thing. Now, this alliance sits cooped up for 2 whole days in the city of Mumbai. 2 whole days, they come out, they organize a conference which says eradicate Sanatan. I have not heard a clear statement. Forget about the alliance, even from an individual party which says that forget about removing DMK from the alliance. They are not even saying that we have nothing to do with Udayanidhi Stalin. That's the extent to which they are giving this indirect support. Indirect bhi nahi mujhe bolna chahiye. In fact, right now, if they wanted to speak for the majority of this country, they would have taken some action. They
I'll go back to Arshpreet on that.
Now, this is a point where we do not want to give any advice to this alliance. We have no advice to give them. You stick to your truth and we stick to ours, but our truth is also aligned to 80% of the citizens of this country. And you will have to deal with the aftermath of the statements of your friends and partners.